Hello, everyone, and welcome to this video about publishing students' writing. I'm Ania Altamirano, and this is my YouTube channel, Empowering Teachers Worldwide. Today, we are going to explore some exciting and practical ways to showcase your students' written work. But before we dive into the practical ideas, let's talk a little bit about why publishing student writing is crucial in the English language classroom. When students see themselves as authors, they become more engaged in the writing process. Seeing their work published and receiving responses from readers creates a permanent connection between reading and writing. Also, writing is seen as a social process. Publishing emphasizes that writing is not just an assignment that the teacher gave me, but a social exchange of ideas between authors and readers. Real life. It also gives students a real reason to write, extending their audience beyond just the teacher. And it can improve several skills, including reading and writing abilities, editing and revising skills, communication and collaboration, critical thinking and creativity, and organization. Also, seeing their work published can boost their confidence and motivation to write more. And finally, publishing provides recognition for both individual students and the class as a whole. So, a tip here, you could start the school year by discussing the importance of publishing and set expectations for students to work towards publishing their best pieces. Now, let's have a look at some practical ideas for publishing student writing in your classroom. I'll walk you through 10 creative methods that you can start implementing right away. So, for example, create a class newspaper. First, we have the classic class newspaper. This is a fantastic project that combines various writing genres and skills. Now, here's how you can do it. You can use Google Docs for easy collaboration and formatting. It's a great tool that allows multiple students to work on the same document simultaneously. You can assign different roles to your students. You'll have editors, reporters, designers. This also allows for differentiation. It not only helps with the various writing processes, but teaches valuable teamwork skills. You can include several sections in your newspaper, news articles about school events, opinion pieces on current topics, featured stories about interesting people, even fun elements like comics and puzzles. A tip, to make this easier, create a newspaper template that students can easily use. You might even consider having different templates for different levels or for different groups, different age groups. And in this way, students can focus on the content rather than being bogged down into formatting. Another thing that you can do is waiting room magazines. This is a clever way to bring student writing to a wider audience. You can have students work in groups to create themed magazines. They can choose topics they are interested in, maybe sports, music, or even a magazine all about your school. Include a table of contents to make it feel official, student bios to give the students recognition, and artwork to make it visually appealing. Once they are done, display the magazines in the school reception area or during open days. It's a great way to showcase student work to parents, visitors, and the wider community. A tip, keep the content fresh by rotating the magazines regularly. This gives more students the opportunity to have their work displayed and keeps repeat visitors engaged with new content. Another possibility is to create a class blog. In our digital age, blogging is an excellent way to publish student writing. You can set up a blog using platforms like WordPress or Blogger, and it's free to use, for example, and you can assign students to be the guest bloggers on a rotating schedule. This gives everyone a chance to shine and keeps the content varied and interesting. You can include different categories for different types of writing, maybe a section for book reviews, another for creative stories, one for opinion pieces on current events. Use this an opportunity to teach digital citizenship. Discuss important topics such as online safety, how to comment respectfully on each other's posts, and the permanence of online content. These are crucial skills in our digital world. Let's see another idea. Student websites or digital portfolios. If we take the digital idea a step further, you can consider having students create their own websites or digital portfolios. Use easy-to-navigate platforms like Google Sites or Wix, and they can create individual sites or working groups if you prefer, and these sites can serve as digital portfolios of their best work throughout the year. It's a great way for students to see their progress over time and to have a collection of their work that they can be proud of. In order to ensure consistency and make sure that all the important elements are included, again, you can provide a basic template or a basic structure for students to follow. Make sure that they include elements such as an About Me page and categories for different types of writing. Now, let's move to something a little bit more performative, the Poetry Cafe. This is one of my favorites. It's a great way of sharing written work aloud. Set up your classroom or a school area to resemble a cozy cafe. You can dim the lights, set up some small tables, maybe even have some background music playing. Invite parents or other classes to attend and encourage students to read not only their own work, but also favorite poems by other authors. It's a wonderful way to celebrate poetry and build confidence in public speaking. Prepare your students by practicing reading aloud beforehand. Focus on elements like pacing, volume, expression. This can be a great opportunity to work on pronunciation and public speaking skills, crucial for English language learners. Tied to this can be the open mic event. This is something that happens in real life. I have taken part in several of them in my hometown. We have several open mics sessions in different places. It's similar to a poetry cafe, but on a larger scale. These can be held regularly, perhaps once a month, and can be opened up to the whole school. This encourages cross-grade interactions and exposes students to a wider variety of writing styles. You can include various forms of writing, not just poetry, short stories, personal essays, even song lyrics, if you have some budding songwriters in your class. If the idea of a school-wide event seems a little bit daunting at first, start small with just your class. As students become more comfortable with the format, you can gradually expand it to include other classes or grades. Also, you can have a classroom writing wall. This is an idea that keeps the celebration of writing ongoing in your classroom. Create a dynamic display of students' writing on your walls. Use sheet protectors for easy swapping of content. Encourage students to display not only their own work, but also work that they admire from their peers or published authors. Rotate the displayed work regularly to keep it fresh and engaging. And this creates a living, breathing showcase of writing that evolves through the year. And don't let this just be a static display. Use this wall as a teaching tool. When you're discussing specific writing techniques or grammar points, refer to examples on the wall. It's a great way to make your lessons more concrete and relatable. And last but not least, writing contests and publishing sites. For students who are ready for a bigger challenge, encourage them to submit their work to external platforms. Research age-appropriate writing contests and publishing sites. There are many out there specifically for young writers. Guide students through the submission guidelines, through the submission process. This in itself is a valuable learning experience. Remember to celebrate all submissions, not just the winners. The act of putting their work out there is a big step and deserves recognition. You can also create a publishing board to track the submissions and celebrate acceptances or contest placements. And this visual reminder can be a great motivator for the students. And one last tip, the ebook. This is a fun way to combine writing with digital skills. Have students create ebooks using PowerPoint or Canva. Teach them how to use the software to create simple, effective ebooks. Encourage the use of images, animations, even sound to enhance their stories or their poems. These can be easily shared with parents or with other classes, and students often get very excited about creating something that looks so professional. For your first attempt at this, start with a class ebook project before moving to individual or small group projects. This will allow you to guide students through the process step by step, ensuring that everyone understands how to use the technology effectively. Because we may think that young people know a lot about using technology, but depends on what type of technology. Sometimes they are really good at using TikTok and creating short videos for TikTok, but not as using efficient as using PowerPoint or Canva. And you can also, for students who enjoy performing, you can consider branching out into multimedia options like videos and podcasts. Have students write scripts for short videos or podcast episodes. You can use simple recording equipment, smartphones, for example, to produce the content. Create a class YouTube channel or a podcast feed to share their work. This is a great way to integrate speaking skills with writing, and it can be especially engaging for students who might be reluctant writers but love to speak. And also, this is an excellent opportunity to teach about copyright and fair use, especially when it comes to using music or image in videos. These are important concepts in our digital age and will serve your students very well beyond the classroom. So, publishing student writing is a powerful tool in the classroom. It transforms writing from a solitary task into a collaborative, engaging process that connects students with real audiences. By implementing some of these ideas, you will not only improve your students' writing skills, but also boost their confidence and motivation. Remember, the goal is to create an environment where students see themselves as real authors with important ideas to share. Start small, perhaps with just one or two of these ideas, and gradually expand your publishing efforts as you and your students become more comfortable with the process. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to learn more about this and other topics, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell on my profile to be notified when I post new content. You can also visit my webpage, anialtamirano.com, to learn about the services I provide and read my blog for more teaching tips. Until next time, happy teaching and happy publishing. Bye.